always worried whenever I go live anymore. It starts streaming, and I'm
Yeah.
always afraid that I'm going to start dropping frames left, right, and center.
Yeah, you don't want that.
But we're live, and I don't see any problems thus far, so that's always a plus.
Good, good. Hello.
What's
Hey.
up?
How's everybody?
No. Uh,
Music way too loud. Oh, that's better.
I could be doing better, but I'm alive in relatively good
yeah.
health, so
Fair.
I can only complain so loudly.
Aching, but what are you gonna do?
Can only complain for as much as your lips allow.
yeah.
Hello, everybody. Sorry about the late start there.
I'm furious.
You'll be alright.
I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever recover.
How dare you?
And I mean, that doesn't sound like your problem anymore.
Hey everybody, how's it going?
I tell my wife, either I'll survive or it won't be my problem. Hey, what's going on? Oh, let's try this.
How's the house?
House is good. Not
Good.
all the way unpacked yet, but got a new toilet today, so that's fun.
yeah.
That's like the first thing I replaced was 2 toilets because
Dang.
they were gross.
Tyler always laughs because I often find toilets are too small. I'm a bigger
Oh.
guy, like so. But yeah,
I completely agree.
Oh yeah, I mean I've seen your photos, dude. And I'm like, how the hell did you get so tall?
yeah. So I
Yate is great.
Hi.
we got a 17-inch tall toilet now.
Here you go.
I didn't know how tall my toilets are. I thought you meant like the width wise
I didn't even know they did that.
or the length or whatever.
It makes
It's-
sense.
It was height that I was looking for because I was like falling down every time I sat on this last one. I think the last one we had was a 14-inch. And let me tell you, 3 inches is pretty big.
Okay, listen. When I sit down on that old toilet, my feet actually touch the ground. Now I
I c-
can't even reach. My feet are just swinging.
Yeah, but
First
Tyler,
off,
you're
you should
legally a midget, so
First
I
off,
am
you need to get a
also-
squatty potty. First off.
I definitely need a. I have lactose intolerance. I need one. Yes.
Yeah, we have 2 people in this house with GI problems. We need more than one toilet.
Alright, happy people. We left off mid-battle. And it was, if you don't have the map open, I'm going to give a slight recap.
And speaking of GI problems,
Uh-huh.
we're
Oh,
about to
no.
experience a lot of them very quickly.
fucking snot.
So, let's see here. Current situation stands thusly. Everything past the pink line in this direction is, you have a choice. Difficult terrain, meaning double speed requirement, or dexterity check, a failure results in being restrained. You stop moving and you can't move until you break free. It's generally unpleasant. You have a cobra here. He's not a nice person. You have some type of goo-based critter who is apparently having a number of concoctions of a chemical nature coming from his pseudopods and appendages, and that has resulted in Nauka being paralyzed but recovering, and subsequently being knocked down. You have Techno and Mars, both of which were paralyzed for 1 round, but the creature used its bonus action to extend that to 1 minute. It's 10 rounds before a save can be done. The effect of that had to do with those black dots. And they came out of the skin and seem to enhance that. So as it stands now, the situation is Mars, Techno, paralyzed for 1 minute. Kazu and Nauka unconscious, but it is worth noting that there is a concerted effort being made, at least by the ooze creature, to render unconscious as opposed to wounded or killing. And
Yeah.
lastly, you have 7 restrained townsfolk in this pit up here, as well as Rexel,
Rex.
who is hanging suspended from some of the vines. So, does anybody have any questions about this situation?
I have one.
Go.
Can we load our previous save?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like redo.
I'd like to start this dungeon over. Thank you.
Is Rexel conscious?
Conscious, heavily wounded.
Okay.
Knock down that max volume. So, Kazu, it was your turn. Obviously, you're unconscious, so you can't do anything. But that's where we're starting. You don't need to make death saving throws as a result of the stable effect, which comes from them intentionally and trying to not kill you. For the record, that is something you can do if you guys ever need to or desire to take a prisoner, and you strike someone. You can state, I'm intending to do non-lethal damage, and as a result, it will knock them unconscious but stabilize them so they won't bleed to death. So bear that in mind.
Okay.
So I'm going to go past you since you are both unconscious and prone.
Yeah, he's just gonna groan and drool.
Onessa, the former sheriff of Holver's Ferry, is going to use its tendrils. And currently, Arthanis is grasped in 1, and as a result, he is subject to advantage by Onessa's attacks. Also, side note, on your character sheets action tab, very bottom, you no longer have the automatic buttons. That was what was causing our error as far as we can tell. If someone gets an error this game, let me know. We'll start over from scratch. Onessa lashes out with one of those tendrils, but misses and uses her second attack. That should not have been advantage. What was it? I'm just going to re-roll it entirely because one was a miss and a hit. Should not have been at advantage. Well,
Fuck.
There she
There.
goes.
Oh no.
Sure, we couldn't have just used the 50.
well,
No.
fairness being what it is.
Mm.
But it is used with the intention of knocking unconscious, so I applied the stable effect. Arthanis, you are grappled, meaning you can't move, but you can still attack.
Okay, well then I guess I will attack. Not much else to do here, I guess. Because I'm grappled, so he gets advantage against me, but I don't get advantage against him. Is that right?
Well, getting advantage against you is a trait specific to this creature, not grappling in general.
Gotcha. Oh. Well, I missed big time.
You have inspiration or anything?
Yeah,
Don't waste
yeah.
it. I did.
I was gonna say I do have inspiration. I mean, I don't know. Sure, I'll spend it. Why not? Yeah.
Yay.
Voice.
Damn partial resistance though. And then I'll use I'll use my interaction just to say, Kashoot, try to release Rexel. Maybe he can help us. And that's my turn.
Are you sure? Is Rexel even? Where's he at? I know he's in the pit, but how far down does the pit go? Where's Rexel at?
The pit is 10 feet down. Rexel is hanging here. He is hanging 5 feet off the ground. The ceiling is 10 feet above. So he's hanging 15 feet down from the ceiling.
So if
Fine.
if I released him, he would take falling damage.
He would. Just a little, though. Just enough to kill. I mean, just a little.
And he looks pretty wounded, right?
He does. As if he's been beaten and brought back to the edge of life.
How is he secured to the ceiling?
He
Is
is
it-
wrapped in a coiled tendril that is attached to the other tendrils that are everywhere.
Is it one tendril that's holding him?
It's one, but it's wrapped all the way around him, and then it disappears into a tangle of tendrils that spiral across the ceiling.
And these tendrils are living? Or
So far as you've seen, yes.
don't know that I can. I mean, I can't reach him.
You do what you gotta do.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna attack Vulib. Seriously. And then Estrella is unconscious, right?
She is.
Yeah.
I will use a bonus action to pour a potion down her throat since she's right next to me.
Noted. There you go. That's how
Hooray.
you roll a potion right there.
That's not bad. Let me take that off my sheet. And I mean, that's all I can do, unfortunately.
Vulib moves through to this point and uses its pseudopods. Starting out with the beautiful clear goo you've seen before that seems to result in paralysis. With Kashoot targeting her and rolling a natural 1. You,
Yeah.
Estrella, you can also take an attack of opportunity, but it will be a disadvantage.
Okay, I'll do it.
I don't want to twist your arm there.
Let's see here. Quarterstaff, I guess, right?
And of course, Kashoot, you're more than welcome.
Do you remember if I cast Shillelagh? I'm pretty sure I did.
You did.
Do I get sneak attack on an attack of opportunity?
You can.
Yeah, I'm going to.
You can do a sneak attack every turn, and each character's turn is a turn.
It's not much, but take what we can get.
So that is better than nothing. The
Mm.
second one is aimed at Kashoot again, as she is insisting on staying up. This time not dealing any damage because of the anesthetizing touch. But she finds herself paralyzed for 1 round. And his ability to extend that does not recharge. And for his third attack, he will drop a pseudopod heavily upon Estrella as she stirs with that staff. Since you attacked him, he knows you're awake.
Oh man.
I mean, not that I would ever offer an attack of opportunity as a trap or anything.
Thanks.
And the Ebony Cobra takes the slithering movement, passing through to here. It is worth noting that these creatures seem to be behaving, at least the Cobra, in a very intelligent manner. And the Cobra bites Kashoot, and provoking a Constitution saving throw. And some poison. And puts Kashoot down.
Oh man.
Arthanis, you are now the sole target of the creatures that are visiting upon you and your group. Unhappiness. Well, that one should have been advantage, but I'm not going to change it. Did you want to take that attack there?
Might as well.
And that second attack from Onessa, the former sheriff.
Uh-oh.
Ah.
And she knocks Arthanis down and releases his body. As your vision fades, you see her unwrap you and drop you unceremoniously to the ground. And the sound that echoes in all of your ears as you pass out. It's the only sad sound I have. But this is, as you noticed, not an intentional murdering of you. You are all knocked unconscious. I'm impressed. I didn't think you guys would start 3 fights at once. So this, for win or lose is the end of the prequel to the campaign. Has a lot of different ways it can go. We're going to start the second part here in a minute, but before I do, I want to give anybody a chance to ask any questions about the prequel that they may have while I'm cleaning up some stuff on your character sheets. So if anybody has any questions, hit me
And
up.
by cleaning up, do you mean robbing us completely blind?
No, I mean removing unconscious, prone, stable, and
Oh,
any
okay.
diseases you may have.
I have
Okay,
a question.
just checking.
I have a simple question.
Shoot.
Level 3?
I'm gonna take that as
Over
a
like
no.
I did not like that.
Shoot. Being knocked unconscious gives you a very comfortable rest. So your penalty for coming back from the death is gone, as is your level of exhaustion. Kashoot. Kazoo, you also lost your.
Did you get rid of my resistances and stuff? Because
If I
everything
did,
went away.
If I did, it was unintentional. What are your resistances again? I didn't think I removed anything like that, but
The elf stuff.
oh, that's automatic for elves. Is there like I mean, is it like fire, poison, acid, anything like that?
No.
Okay. Okay. So, any other questions? So, we're gonna start part 2 here, and I'm gonna close this map, and I'm gonna get you guys placed because I couldn't very well place you on the map before while you were still here. So you will be losing all of your map images. Okay, so we are starting part 2. This is a prequel. It could be run solo, but I didn't want to since we're doing the whole campaign. And that's all I can get. I can't get access to Canadian websites. I don't have a VPN.
I was just teasing.
I suppose I should have a VPN, but I don't have one.
How tall is our toilet, Alex?
17 inches to the rim.
So a standard toilet's 14 to 16, so it recommends a 7-inch stool. At a comfort height toilet, which is 16 and a half to 18 inches, they recommend the 9-inch stool.
Putting you guys on the map. We will start very shortly. I am loading up just.
Why can't you just put your feet on like the cat?
Yeah, because my cats are gonna fucking stay there.
Also, I
All
kind
right,
of get
Mars.
the feeling that they're not too happy
Yep.
with being used as stools.
Which one do you want to stay in, having been knocked unconscious? Do you want to?
Probably Hazel.
Okay, let's
Switch
put
back to Hazel.
Hazel. You know, it's always better for everybody, but specifically Kashoot.
Hates fucking Mars.
He is pretty hateable, though. I mean,
He's
tell me.
designed that way, yeah.
All right. So, incoming map. All of you who have lights, or you should all be able to see.
Mhm.
And everybody should be at full life. Everybody has nice, full, healthy health bars. You can't change your spells if you're a spell changer. You can
Not I.
change. What's that?
I said not I.
You said we can or can't.
You cannot. Whatever
Okay.
spells you had is what you are stuck with.
Okay.
But if we're like, we prepare our spells daily, we can change them.
If you whatever spells you prepared last time you took a long rest, you are stuck with them for now. You will have the opportunity in the near future.
Okay.
Bollocks.
So after a battle, you are all either anesthetized, knocked unconscious, or generally have a bad day. You find yourself captured, and you slowly come back to your senses. And it's a very, very slow bubbling to the surface. You have been artificially forced into slumber via some type of chemical, magical, or unnatural sleep-inducing effect, and it leaves you groggy. You're very slow to come to your senses. As you awaken, you have the sensation first of terror, as you recall each of your respective deaths or injuries or being knocked unconscious. You feel something damp and viscous covering your skin in all directions. It feels slimy at first, and as you become more and more aware, you realize it's covering your skin because you're submerged in some type of liquid. It covers your face, your body, and it's at this point you realize you are completely submerged. The liquid is over your head. Your first reflex as you start to surface to this reality is to gasp for air, and you come to realize you have two thin tubes inserted into your nostril and open mouth. And they seem to be air tubes, as you are able to at least not suffocate. It takes each of you a concerted effort to prevent your primal instinct of drowning to subside. And you notice that the gel, thick, viscous liquid is lowering as you have become more aware, as you surface to the consciousness. The gel is now dropping below each of your shoulder levels. And you are in a tube, a cylinder with a glass covering. A harsh light, a bright, harsh white light shines from directly above you. And a green, putrid light encompasses this entire room you are in. As you wipe or pull some of the substance from your eyes, your muscles feel atrophied and weak. And the glass or clear window-like door is able to be pushed open. It doesn't even seem to have a lock. There are numerous different... Did I miss somebody on here? Arthanis, maybe? Yes, I missed him.
Mm-hmm.
There he is. Yes. There are so there are a total of 11 cylinders around this room, around the southern portion, forming an irregular shape. Each of them is constructed, as you start to look around, of a thick, durable, semi-organic material, except for the translucent glass or semi-glass doors on the front. There are fibrous roots that snake down and stream down from a 15-foot high ceiling overhead, attaching to the top of these cylinders. There's a metal plate at the top above each of you, and the metal plate itself is shining that white light. It's not like a orb, which is pretty typical for things that are enchanted with light, but this is a plate about 6 inches tall, about 8 inches long in the ceiling. On the north side stands a door with no hinges or handles, and to the right of it is a green 3-inch diameter circle blinking. I'll give you guys a second as you extricate yourself from the tubes and pull the tubes from your mouths. You are all covered in slime.
Are we closed?
No. Why do I keep waking up in the strangest places?
I want my mother.
How do we get out of here? Kashoot! Nalka, get me out! Arthanis! Arthanis!
You might.
Ikazu flaps his wings and he tries to. He flops out and
Oh, I
yanks
can get out.
Yeah.
I tried
Yanks out the
earlier, I couldn't get out.
Upon getting out, like the first thing Techno does is get to like the closest person that's available to him and tries to help extricate them as well.
As you move around, you notice that some of the other tubes are also, what's the word, occupied.
Oh, good.
Some semi-familiar looking creatures are inside of these. These creatures seem to be gnoll or like, possibly. They are unusual. They seem to be more wild dog than a hyena, for those of you who've heard of gnolls. They are doing essentially the same thing as you. They're pulling these tubes from their noses and muzzles covered in this goo.
Do we have any
Oh.
of our stuff?
You do not. You are naked.
All right.
Oh no. Kazu is very embarrassed and he tries to look somewhere to hide.
Does anybody know if the mage armor spell actually gives you clothes?
Only one way to find out.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea anyways. Casting.
Fear not, everyone. We are not dead.
Oh, thank
This
God.
is not the next plane of existence.
So it would appear.
Wait, so Nalka's face is revealed to us too?
It's true. Nalka is covered head to toe in what look to be ritualistic scarification tattoos that make it look like they have scales.
Oh.
They are missing an ear, their right ear, and the ring finger on their left hand. They have cat-like eyes and sharpened teeth, but they otherwise appear human. They are bald.
Who did this to you?
Oh, some of it was me. They gesture to their ear and finger.
What? Why?
Religious purposes?
Oh, okay.
Should we be worried
These-
about the dogs?
These no-like creatures seem to be growing more irritated. They are yiping at you in some language you do not understand.
Good doggies.
Can I attempt to persuade them that we are peaceful?
You can with disadvantage due to the lack of a common language.
Yeah, I'll look at the one closest to me, and I'll like lower my hands, though they're probably at my side, but I'll lower my hands like actively in front of it, and like tilt my head forwards as if to like not bow, but just like almost like a submissive look to.
See that roll.
Not bad.
Not too shabby.
But not great either.
Nope.
They seem temporarily mollified by that, and they start moving towards the back, gathering into a group of their similar kind,
Let's give them space, everyone.
Did I
growling
put them to sleep?
and snarling at you.
Estrella, get over here.
And yeah, Techno
miss-
just grabs a strand, like just drags her back.
Hmm.
They are likewise travelers like we are. We should consider them allies.
I feel the strange urge to pet them.
Tentative allies, perhaps.
Yes, don't pet them.
We are stuck like you. Trapped. Understand?
Roll an intelligence check.
Well, that's much bigger than I thought. Oops.
They seem to be disinterested in hearing you, but they at the moment are not attacking. As you approach them, they start to bare their teeth.
Just shrug my shoulders, turn around, and go, well,
So long
there
as you aren't approaching them, they seem to be gathering and discussing amongst themselves.
are there any holes in the wall or like in the door, cracks, anything like that?
There are, for in this area, the wall seems almost semi-organic. As you touch it, it's not solid stone. It's kind of spongy, but it's also, after just a few millimeters, it's rigid. So the door itself is silver or metallic, and there is a small green circular disc flashing next to it.
You said it was red earlier, right?
No, it's green. It was green.
Oh, I misheard then.
Any space, like, looking at it, would I be able to discern whether or not, like, if I turned into a rat, would I be able to squeeze through?
You would not. There's no space.
What about an ant?
It's a very tight seal.
Damn it!
An octopus probably could.
I'm not allowed to have anything with a swim speed. Bullshit.
What about pushing that green light? Is it a button? What is that?
I'll smack it.
You smack it. The door shudders and jerks open just about 2 inches from the wall. But a I'd like to point out that it jerks open by sliding from right to left. You can open it. And so it's actually sliding into the wall. After a couple seconds, maybe 5, it closes. Again, in a
It's very much
shuttery method.
I smack it again and I walk into the hallway.
This time it opens a little further, and it seems to stay open, at least past the 5-second point.
I cannot move through.
The walls seem to appear to be about the same, kind of unusual in terms of their construction. Slightly spongy, a little organic to the touch, rigid after a few millimeters. The ceiling is out here are 15 feet high.
And the door is open wide enough for us to slip through now.
Yes, each time, the second time she pushed it, it stayed open.
Perfect.
Stay together, and try and find a way where we can get out of the way so these fellow survivors can pass us.
There are a few more doors in here.
There's also no light out here.
I'm gonna
Someone like Techno is blind,
or
Yeah.
me.
or Estrella.
I'm gonna use my wild shape and turn it, do my starry form and turn into like do the dragon one.
I'll
Give
cast
me-
dancing lights so the blind can see.
Appreciate it. Yeah, because I can't see shit.
Alright, Estrella, what's the range on that again? 20 bright, 40 dim?
It is, no, I believe it is only 10. 10-foot radius and dim light for another 10 feet. And it lasts for 10 minutes.
Alright, so
What technically counts as an object?
that depends on what the purpose for you defining it.
Casting the light spell. Can I cast the light spell like on my fist?
Don't see why not.
Okay, so I'll light my fist up as well.
I heard a joke one time back in D&D 3.5 where people used to say the best way to disable an enemy is to poke them in the eye and cast light on their eyeball. It blinds them.
Ouch.
That's incredible.
Color preference on your light? Nice gold color maybe?
Yep, like the sun.
Hot damn.
So there is a central chamber or pillar in the middle of the room, this hallway. There are numerous doors of a nearly identical look as before, smooth metal. The door behind you that you exited slides closed.
Is there a button to open it from this side?
There is.
Okay.
Let's all make space and then I will open it and allow them through.
Well, let's all try and be as quiet as possible. We don't know what's here or what's around.
After all these years, we finally know that Arthanis is the one who let the dogs out.
Holy shit.
My god.
Okay, who's rolling those cool ass fucking dice?
Ed.
It's not me, I'll tell you that much.
I know, those dice are awesome.
Did somebody say Ed?
Eddie.
Eddie. We don't like Ed.
Fair enough, fair enough, fair enough.
Ed, and Eddie.
Nope,
Mm.
just the last one.
When I think everyone's kind of gotten out of the way and given them space, I will move to open the door for our companions behind us.
Alright, you go to open the door for your companions, and it starts to shudder and does not open. And roll a perception check and tell me what it says, bearing in mind that you can't go below your passive.
So that's a 12 then.
The from the other side of the door, you can hear some scratching. It sounds like something is digging its claws into the door to hold it closed.
Hmm.
They don't want to deal with us.
I guess they don't. No. Okay, well, let's let that be their choice.
Can I hear anything on the other side of the door?
Roll a perception check, please. Two seconds. Want to see which door. Had to let my dog out. So on the other side of the door, you do hear some sounds of movement and possibly some vocalizations that sound almost guttural.
Okay, I'm gonna step away from the door. Are those doors behind me?
They are. Those are double doors behind you.
Can I hear anything on the other side of those?
Give me another perception check.
Okay.
There are no sounds that you can hear on the other side.
I'm gonna gather the group around. So on the other side of those double doors over there, or on the other side of those doors to the right, it sounds like there's someone or something on the other side. There's some weird guttural sounds and movement.
Oh,
And then
well.
opposite that, there's a set of double doors, but I can't hear anything on the other side of that.
Oh, well. Maybe we should sneak past the doors.
Or help them.
I vote not going to the guttural sounds. Personally.
That's my vote as well
Oh.
for now.
Yeah, for
Well, I
right
was-
now, yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking that maybe they weren't all that friendly. I mean, we were held here against our will.
Who knows
As
how
might
long
they
we've
be.
been here?
Were we?
On the other
Yes,
side of that
Hazel.
door, you hear nothing. It is dead silent.
Did you want to be here?
Nope. But I don't know how we got here, so I wasn't sure if it was like a group decision or something I couldn't remember.
No.
I say
It's-
we equipped ourselves and then begin opening doors, and perhaps we do open the guttural sounding door first.
Nope. I highly disagree with that.
There's a small green button, non-flashing, on the wall next to that door, Kashut.
No traps that I can detect or anything.
There are no traps that you can detect.
The doors, when they open, do they make a lot of noise?
Be a soft whoosh.
Alright, I'm gonna push the green button.
Okay. You push the green button, the door whooshes smoothly to the side. Inside of which you find a semi-rectangular room that holds several shelves and racks filled with various pieces of equipment, weapons, armor. No other exits to this door, and many of the items appear familiar.
Do I see my stuff in there?
You find all of your equipment plus a number of others.
Alright, I wave everybody forward as I go back in the room and start putting my stuff on.
We will work on the assumption that you guys are re-equipping your gear. Not gonna lie.
As quietly as possible.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm very impressed that you guys found this room first of all the rooms you could have went to. And since, you know, this is, for my purposes, considered an experienced party, you know, you get what you get if you wander into the wrong room. In addition to your gear and all of the gear on the party sheet, you also find 2 potions of healing, some arrows, 4 quivers of 20 arrows, 4 suits of leather armor, 4 longbows, 4 scimitars, and a silver dagger, all of which I have now placed on the party sheet.
How many of the Bagras were there?
4.
Do they appear to be of a make that would match the dog creature things that were in that room?
Possibly. It seems more refined than you would expect to see on a creature like a gnoll, but they aren't exactly gnolls either. Gnolls are also bloodthirsty and attack on sight, while those creatures were, willing to.
Do we want to take their stuff or take it to them or just leave it?
I'm gonna take it to them, and I'll start scooping up all their stuff and walk.
Likely they won't open the door, but leaving it at the door, I think, is the right choice. Yes.
Or could alert anyone that happens by that we're free.
I assume they already know.
If we leave it at their door.
We can try and force the door and forcibly give it to them.
I don't like that.
Well, I'm gonna take it to them anyways.
Nope.
I got
They
all
look like barbarians.
all 4 bows, all the quivers of arrows, the knife, everything.
So beastly.
But they did seem sentient, and much like us, they're experiencing unnatural suffering that can't stand.
So you're okay with natural suffering?
Yeah. But
I'm starting to have second thoughts about you, Arthanis.
well, that's the teachings of Ilmater, right? That we won't get into it now, but yes, we all suffer, and that is good, except for when it's not.
I'm going to step away for just a moment. I need to check something. I'll be right back. You guys can continue to discuss.
For example, say a lightning bolt strikes your house from the skies, and your house burns down, and your children die in the fire.
That happened to a cousin of mine. No.
Horrible,
Not,
That's so
yet.
not the
sad.
children, but the house burned down. Yes.
Horrible, yet a natural course of things to be.
You could say so.
And Ilmeter teaches us that if you lost such, you are stronger for it, and your suffering on the material plane will lead to reward in the next life. But
Sure.
suffering that is brought to our plane or brought to our lives outside of the natural order is unnatural, of course.
So,
And it is that type of suffering that I hunt.
considering that I am a natural order creature, and I brought suffering to others that are also of a natural order, would that be natural causation of suffering?
I don't know if I'd call you natural, but yes, one man killing another is not my business. A demon or the undead or whatever
So you're just
abducted us.
so you're
seems unnatural.
presuming that our captors are of an unnatural nature.
This whole place seems quite unnatural, yes.
I've seen some things, and yes. There's some strange places in this world, for sure.
I'd also point out that your magic appears to be unnatural.
How do you mean? It comes from within me.
Yes, but you do not call upon a deity for these powers, right?
In that right, could I be considered my own deity?
No. Furthermore, you have no book for spellcasting.
Nope.
You have no implements.
I do actually have this rod, which is actually my cane.
Ah,
I channel my power through it.
well, to my understanding, that makes you one of two things. Either you've accessed some type of unknown magic, some curious magic within yourself, which is not necessarily inherently bad, or you're a warlock and you've made a deal with a devil or a demon of some sort.
I have made no such thing, but I would consider myself naturally gifted / cursed. Depending on how you would like to look at it. That
I
being
would say
said,
it's cursed, but it clearly makes you stronger. The suffering has been effective.
I don't want to be stronger. I'd rather not fight.
Sometimes.
Now,
I'd rather not fight.
just out of curiosity, we were all like completely unclothed up to prior to getting our stuff back, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, then in that case, Arthanis also would have noticed that Techno himself was decidedly unnatural. Without his clothing, Arthanis would have noticed that Techno was clearly mechanical in certain parts.
Actually, I find that natural. Yeah, I'm rather progressive.
Really? Okay.
Now you're just
Follow
being
human too.
nitpicky.
Well, no, it's a strange world, but such inventions, creations appear to be part of our natural course. So,
So how did you get your powers, Arthanis?
I am a chosen of Ilmater. I was
That's what you say, but I
like,
don't know if I believe you.
as in we probably don't have time to get into this now, but just as simple as this, I have no father because my father is Ilmater. And my mother gave birth to me via his will, and
That is not how it works at all.
well, and this is what the priests tell me. And once I've obtained enough suffering on this plane, I will join my father in the next that is.
That seems unnatural in itself.
No, that is exactly how it works. When you die, you will go somewhere.
Oh, I don't doubt that, but the way you were born seems unnatural.
What?
Or at least the way you claim to be born. I don't mean to be rude.
Oh, not at all. Not at all.
Just curious. It's been a while since I've had an intellectual debate with someone of religion.
It's been a while.
Which is
Been a while.
ironic to hear from a drow, but I won't get into that now.
I'm not full drow. But I
And yet-
understand. I have read books.
No doubt Loth has some control of you.
I don't believe so. I was raised on the surface by my mother, who is human. But you can believe what you say. You believe, and I will believe what I believe.
Let's join the group, but
About to say, speaking of time, we're kind of wasting it just chatting around here. Shouldn't we be getting out of here?
Indeed. Yes.
I agree.
We're still waiting on the DM.
Squishy walls, poking the squishy walls.
Yeah, we could technically be just having this intellectual debate at any point in time. Given any
Sorry
kind of
about that,
downtime.
guys. I'm
No
trying
worries.
to check on my mom. She's been sick for a few. Okay,
Oh.
let's see.
Oh.
What did I miss?
Just
I
an
heard
intellectual
discussion.
conversation between Arthanis and Hazel.
Alrighty, what are we doing?
Estrella left the group while that was all happening and went and knocked and pushed on the button on the door with
Yeah.
her arms full of like the leather gear and the arrows and all that stuff.
The door again is unable to open. They are apparently holding it.
Okay, well I'll just put the stuff down at the base of the door and then knock another time and just go, I think we found your stuff. You're welcome. Okay, bye.
He's just poking the walls.
Okay. And so, what are you giving them? Because I'm going to delete it off your party sheet.
Let me grab the party sheet real quick. Okay, so it would have been the 4 quiver of arrows.
Okay.
The
Leathers.
The leathers, the 4 leathers. I'm trying to go through and see what all.
Oh
has
no, I have a list right here.
the
Along
4
those
long.
as well.
The
Alright.
1 dagger, the silver dagger.
Uh-huh.
And I think that was
4.
it.
4 scimitars.
Oh yes, 4 scimitars as well.
2 potions of healing.
No, I kept those.
Okay. The silver dagger you did leave.
I did leave there.
Okay. So
I have no use for metal, so I'll just.
just keep their potions. Okay.
And I will, when I return, I will toss, or when I guess I turn around and everybody's back, I'll toss a healing potion to Arthanis and Kazu.
Oh, thank you.
And snag it off the party sheet. It should just be labeled potion of healing.
Just in case.
Let's see. So, yeah, looking for.
I would say someone else
A
can use
potion
that
of
potion.
heat.
I won't likely need it.
No, but you might need to feed it to somebody.
Perhaps,
Take
but I have ways of alleviating
Oops.
suffering.
Nope.
I see
I
you
will-
were close
want-
to that wall, Kashoot.
Yeah, I'll do a perception check to see if I hear anything on the other side of it.
I'm trying to take 1, but it says I'm taking 2.
You should just be able to grab that little brown button and drag it onto your inventory. It will take
Okay.
1 only.
Okay.
You have to hold down shift to take them both. There are no sounds behind that door, Kashoot.
Okay. I'm not gonna go through it yet. I'll check this door.
You hear some sounds from behind the door, but you can't make out what it is.
Okay. And then I'll check this door up here as well.
You hear some guttural vocalizations similar to the other room, but you can't make out anything very detailed.
Okay. I'll go back down to the group, let everybody know.
Okay, maybe we should wander down the other way. Maybe?
Check some of the doors that are not making any noise.
Yes.
There's a door to the top right here. And the door to the top.
Estrella, where are you going?
Just looking.
Okay, but be careful. Need to stay together. You too, Nalka. Hazel.
Does the double doors on the central pillar thing have any buttons near it?
It does, but it is red. So probably. Well, let's pick a door, I guess. Which one did you say was not making any noise?
I think
The left door, the big left door, and the door to the north. Not northeast, but north.
Relative north.
Yeah. North on the map, not necessarily directionally.
So this, well, actually, north on the map is north. This door, there was no noise. This door, there was noise, but you couldn't make it out
Oh, my bad. That's right.
due to a
West it is!
Low roll.
this one had nothing.
Yeah, this one had nothing.
that one that you're standing in front of had noises behind it.
Oh. And we don't want
on.
to check.
Come on, Estrella.
Why don't we try one that doesn't have anybody behind it probably first?
Yeah, let's do the silent doors first.
All right.
We can always come back and harass whatever's behind that door later.
Oh, we will. And we don't have to harass them.
I'm thinking maybe just save them, but okay.
Yeah, well, we don't know if they're friendly or not. It could
That's
be
true.
like
Nobody's
the
gonna
guy-
be friendly.
the guys who put us here.
I can try and put them to sleep as much as I possibly can.
Only if needed. Let's check this door first and see how things go.
Now
I mean,
pushes the
I
button.
don't want to. I'm sorry.
The door slides open. This stone chamber is very similar to the one that you emerged from. It's lit by a green glowing panel bolted to the ceiling, along with 8 smaller panels shining bright white lights. There are 8 leathery green cylinders with transparent hatches, doors on the front and around the wall. There are vague humanoid shapes in the greenish goo inside. Unlike your chambers, these seem undamaged. And there is no liquid leaking onto the floor, and the humanoid shapes inside are exactly that. Just humanoid shapes from where you stand.
Nelka appears inside of one of the tubes.
Okay, which one? That one right there? Okay. So give me a perception check, or what are you specifically looking for if you want something else?
Just to make out, like, they make out what what this person is, or is it just like a amorphous shape, pretty much?
Give me a perception then. It is a
9.
vague humanoid shape.
Well, looks like there's more people in here to rescue Estrella.
Is there
Let's- Go ahead.
is there anything on the cylinder that could help me drain the liquid or
From the
Open
outside,
it.
it can be unlatched and opened, or as with your cylinders, it can be cracked. Apparently, the clear part can be cracked.
okay, I would like to try opening it.
But just wait a moment. That's
Are you gonna? So, for clarity, Kazu, you can still say I'm gonna open it. If he says wait a minute, that's then your decision whether to open it or not.
Yeah, he's gonna listen. What?
I agree we should open it. Let's do one at a time. And then make a judgment call from there, yeah?
Yes, in case they're hostile. Then we won't have so many ganged up on us.
Just for the record, I don't agree with this at all.
I think
We'll
it should
protect
be one. And I start tapping on the glass.
So, who's opening the first one?
Me.
Okay.
So you undo the latch. It's just a mechanical hook latch, and you open the tube. The
Knock
ooze.
first.
You get no response, but
Damn.
the nutrient goo drains away from the bottom. It's pretty as it starts to open, and inside you find a lizard folk. It has its tubes seem to have been pulled out, and there are claw marks, pretty deep claw marks along the throat.
Oh no.
The creature is dead, and for those of you who are curious, it requires a medicine check to investigate a dead body to determine cause of death or things like that.
Yeah. I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Oh, and because how much longer has it been? 10 minutes yet or no?
And probably not. You guys, well, yeah, it's been about 10 minutes to be honest.
Fuck. Because I get advantage on anything that takes a wisdom or intelligence.
You can go ahead and take the advantage as I remove your light.
Yeah. Fuck no.
I could give it a shot. I got a +2 on medicine.
Believe it or not, it's pretty obvious.
All right.
Your medicine check is sufficient to identify that they drown in the goo when they pulled the tubes out and was unable to open the door from the inside.
They were scratching at their own throat.
And you notice around the room, all the tubes are of similar situation. And inside you find a total of 3 hobgoblins, 3 lizard folk, and 2 tieflings. 1 male tiefling, 1 female tiefling that bear a stark, possibly familial resemblance to each other.
And they are all deceased.
All deceased.
Rest in peace.
Oh my god.
Sad lizard noises.
Well, I take it back.
Well, it was a brave ending for all of them.
It seems that this room withstood whatever event resulted in your tubes being damaged, but not it was sufficient to wake them, which resulted in them pulling out their tubes that were keeping them alive.
Go check one of the other rooms. Maybe the one that I could barely hear. Actually, let me try listening again. Maybe I can make something out now.
Give me 1 second. I have a little dog who's decided she was going to be annoying today, so she's being placed in a tube with green goo.
The timeout tubes.
Nice.
She's actually getting put in a dog bed behind my computer chair because she wants to be annoying tonight.
To be fair, doesn't she want to be annoying every night?
I'd say 5 out of 6.
Good dog.
Well, it's basically her default state.
Yeah. She is like 16 years old, though.
Aw.
All right, so listening there, you hear some vocalizations. It sounds like a female voice and an unusual tenor, a little high pitched, but that's it.
Can I make out what language is being spoken?
You cannot from this side of the door.
Okay. There's definitely somebody in here. Maybe female. I can't quite make out what they're saying.
Well, no, only one way to find out.
Is the button on this door green or red?
It is green.
I
Nalka
see.
pushes the button.
All right. You push the button, the door slides open.
Is there nobody in here?
There is. I am. So, as the door opens, the same fragrant smell of goo is released from the open cylinders in this chamber. There are a total of 8, just like in the room to the west, of those green, semi-organic construction leathery cylinders, and their panels are already open. The room has a single awake creature. There are 4 unconscious gnoll-looking creatures lying on the floor, their fur partially covered in goo. Standing among them is a humanoid female. Her hair is dark, but her skin is semi-luminescent. She gives off a slight glow. And give me a intelligence check in the tower, please.
Well, okay.
those of you, specifically Nauka, Techno, you guys recognize and likely share the knowledge that it's pretty obvious this woman is an Asimir. A creature with some celestial being in its ancestry. She looks you over, almost evaluatingly, and switches to the common tongue and says, I didn't hurt them, please. I woke up here. Don't punish me. And she holds her hands up.
Insight check. No, just me. Sorry. No, I mean, can I tell she's lying?
Requires an insight check.
Nope. She's telling the truth.
To the best of your knowledge, it seems she is authentic in both emotion and words.
Don't worry, we are not the guards.
Are you hurt at all?
I don't like her. She's scary.
She shakes her head no. She says, I cast reflexively and put them to sleep.
Oh. Well, then they should be alright if they're just asleep. Do you mind if I look them over?
She motions to proceed.
Kazu steps forward and looks at the bodies.
Okay. And she asks the group as a whole, not talking to anybody. She says, Are you prisoners as well? They took my equipment.
Yes. Yes, they took our stuff. But we found it.
Well, to be honest, I
Wait,
thought it was the other
Why
one.
isn't she naked?
Excuse
Or is
me,
she
what?
naked? Is she naked?
No, her equipment and clothes are here.
Oh. Thought she said she's looking for stuff. Sorry, continue.
They took her weapons, but her clothes as well as her that weapon she has there. That's not actually. That's for dramatic effect. She doesn't actually have a weapon. She was disarmed.
So is she covered in the goo stuff?
She is. She's covered in the goo stuff. Her clothes are
Okay.
not, but her skin is.
Oh, is there a like a chest or a shelf or something here where their gear was stored?
There are two. There's one here, and there's one over here.
Okay.
In the one corner, there are 4 suits of leather armor, 4 scimitars, 4 longbows, and 4 quivers of arrows. She asks you who you are, if you are not the guards. She seems hopeful, but not trusting.
Well, I'm just Kazu.
We're just trying to find a way out of here too.
Is the stuff still here?
Yes, there are 4 suits of leather armor, 4 longbows, 4 quivers of arrow, and 4 scimitars, and a partridge in a pear tree.
What about that fancy dagger?
You don't see it.
Fuck. Go this way and see if I can find it back in that room. Just in case some weird voodoo hoodoo shit.
No silvery daggers to be found.
Fuck.
She asks if you're trying to escape whatever place this is.
Yes. Getting out would be nice.
She asks if she can tag along
I wouldn't mind personally.
I have no objections to it.
I mean, we could use another person.
The more the merrier.
She asks where you're from because the Bagra makes a motion at them. Didn't speak a language she understood.
I'm from a swamp.
I don't remember the name of that one island off the coast of Chult.
Yeah, I couldn't remember which swampy area Kazu is from.
She introduces herself as Andretta. And she says, my sleep spell will not last very long. I recommend we either restrain them or not be here when they wake up.
That is
They did
wise.
not seem very friendly.
Okay. That sounds good.
Alright. We'll close the door. Maybe they won't come out.
I'm from the Astral Sea.
Seems a little. The name doesn't seem to tie up. Like she doesn't recognize it, but she nods politely.
So I've said a couple things in Celestial, directed at her.
She does speak Celestial. I don't. I honestly don't read the chat. I let you
Oh,
guys
sorry.
use it for
Yeah,
role
that's why I
playing.
said something. Yeah.
Yeah, she does speak Celestial, and she answers you in Celestial. And she says she doesn't. She isn't a hun. I can answer you in Celestial, but she answers you in Celestial. Is that the only language you spoke?
Yeah.
All right, where are the rest of you doing?
Trying to keep my distance, but she keeps coming towards me.
Suppose we should try another door.
Mm-hmm.
They have no good ears. They tap the side of their head that's missing the ear. Does someone want to listen at this door for me?
I'll give it another go.
You hear the same guttural vocalizations behind the door. Some grunting here or there.
There's more guttural sounds and grunting, similar to the door to the south.
Can you guess how many there are?
Can I?
You cannot.
No.
Well, it's either this one or the other. I'm assuming red means we can't open it.
What color is the light on this one?
This one is red.
Ah,
Oh, never mind. What is the southern door? Is it also red?
Both of those are red.
Hmm.
well, we do have these two small doors right here.
Those doors are red, but there is a small panel. I'm sorry, a small hole underneath. Not the same diameter, but looks to be maybe an inch recessed. But that's about it.
I bet you're supposed to stick your finger in there. That's what I saw that crazy monster doing in the last place we were.
I won't be doing that.
Oh, come on.
As I kind of squeeze by some people to get to this doorway, I'll like bump into Nelka. Not hard, just like an obvious nudge. And I will just give a concerned glance back over my shoulder at the newcomer to our group.
They'll nod.
Well then, should I open this door?
I got it. And I shove my finger in.
I meant the bigger door here, Estrella.
I think it was also red.
Oops.
It was. It was red as well. We couldn't get into either of those two.
Well, we didn't actually try. But
That's fair. We assumed we couldn't.
Well, my finger's in that fucking panel.
You do. And after you put your finger in, it flashes a red color, like the panel flashes red, and nothing happens.
Ah,
Oh.
that's a good sign. It means something is supposed to go in there.
Yeah, but it's not my finger.
Is there? Can you feel around inside? Is there like a button inside?
I'll finger the hole, I guess.
There we go. So inside there are numerous divots and grooves that seem to suggest it would require a rod specifically made to match up. And you don't even need to really do much of a check to guess it's probably some form of key or unlocking device.
I think it's definitely a key. Does anybody have like clay or plaster?
Would a thieves' kit come with clay?
I mean, you can use a thieves' kit to try and trip these.
I'll try it. Here we go.
So
It's not too bad.
You take a moment to start piddling around with your thieves' tools, and you manage to push a couple different divots here and there, and you actually release the door. It turns green after a second, and with a slight mechanical electronic beep.
That sound is very foreign, right?
It is very foreign.
Okay.
Shoot is still the best at locks.
Do the other doors in this room have similar lock holes?
They do. Now that you have recognized one, those doors are still closed for the record, but the panel, the little circular panel, is now green.
Ash will unlock the doors. She won't open them very often, so someone else can do that.
Definitely not me.
Yep, I'll step up and open the left door.
So, hidden just behind the panel that slides into the door wall, the door slides away, you see a dark 10 foot by 10 foot square, perfectly or near perfectly square shaft that goes vertically both up and down. The same green fibrous material lines the walls with a thick vine like cable hanging down from the center, and it originates from some unknown location in the darkness above.
Some kind of shaft with a, a vine that we can climb, I guess.
Do we want to go in there, or do we want to go into those other two rooms? With
Poking my head in, like, can I see the bottom in this shaft?
You cannot.
I think we should check our other ways first. This is that's a long way down that shaft. If we were to have a fall, it would be disastrous, perhaps.
Is there any like loose like stones or pebbles or anything I could like kick down to the bottom of the shaft?
Oh yeah, there's always things of that nature.
Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do that and just see how long it takes for me to hear anything clattering at the bottom. Just to kind of
Seems
judge
like-
the distance.
Okay. The clattering, and sounds like it's maybe a 40-foot drop.
It's still pretty sizable. Yeah. So yeah, I agree with Arthanis that yeah, it's a 40-foot drop. Not overtly fatal, but still probably gonna ruin your day if you fall down there.
Our day's already been ruined.
Well, I mean, we woke up from what we appeared, or what we assumed was our death, so all in all,
Yeah, we do have to count our blessings.
No, every cloud has its lining.
at least this one does right now.
Hilda, where the heck are we anyway?
Maybe underground. We go up.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think we should check the other doors first before leaving.
Those
Kashoot,
plans,
do you think
honey.
Kashoot, do you think you can get the one behind Estrella open?
I will give it a shot.
You barely manage to turn that panel green with a soft electrical beep.
Do I hear any changes to the sounds on the other side of the door?
It does not appear to have changed.
There's still like grunting and the occasional guttural sound or whatever.
Correct.
Okay.
Did you find out if it sounds anything like the Bagra from the other room?
It does not. They're more yipey. These are more grunts, growls.
Oh boy.
Think about the difference between an upset, I don't know, an upset bear as opposed to a dog in terms of sounds, of depth of tenor.
Okay.
Well, here we go. Nalka pushes the button. Axe is drawn, just in case.
I mean, of course. That's not what I wanted to do.
There's
So-
creatures in here.
No
So
balls.
you push the button. This stone chamber contains several more 8 specifically dark leathery cylinders, all with open hatches along the wall. A single panel that you're entering through. 8 humanoid bodies lie side by side on the floor, each with a single puncture wound in the base of their skull. As the door slides open, the closest creature, I'm going to give you a description of the creature shortly, turns and says something in a language that is guttural, and you can't quite make it out.
Oh, goody, more friends.
The Andretta behind you tells you, he says, prisoners, return to your cells or suffer pain.
How do you know what he said?
She says he speaks Ultari. It is a dead language on my world that I studied.
What is Voltari?
Says it was a language spoken by overseers, we called them in our legends. We was unaware of any living creature that spoke it on our world. We have numerous artifacts from before the rebellions that overthrew the overseers in their language. Their language was Ultari, but they were all killed on our world.
What do you
centuries
mean by
ago.
our world?
Andretta, maybe you could let them know we're not returning to ourselves. So if they would like to bring suffering, I will happily take it.
Oh, boy.
The creature, before she's able to say anything, the creature, she moves forward, says something else, and she translates. He says, you were abducted for testing. An anomaly was discovered. After determining your point of origin, you will serve no further use and undergo sterilization. Comply, and you will be spared the needless suffering in this unavoidable outcome.
What?
And they-
No,
No thanks.
I want children.
They begin moving, and they draw battle axes, except for one that starts backing up, and he pulls out a strange-looking hollow tube and points it at you.
Oh shit, is he holding it sideways?
He's not.
Okay, good. We're still fine.
Roll initiative.
Already done.
Bet.
Naka's very unprepared for every fight.
Oops.
Do I
Slow
get my
to violence, but
bonus?
once you get going, the violence keeps on rolling.
Rolling.
There we go. And we will pick up next game with the battle with the Claven.
Nice.
Fuck these guys.
They look cool.
They
What are you
will-
talking about?
Oh, we didn't get a picture.
I mean,
You believe it or not, I have one. I'm working on it. The little. I will never cease to be disappointed in the people who converted this. I'm working on it though.
They look reptilian.
They are.
That one's got a sword for a hand. That's cool.
Neat. They will not take away our ability to have babies.
I'm gonna put them to sleep because I feel like it.
Can
mean-
read them a bedtime story.
Techno's already a cyborg. I mean, his ability to have children is kind of called into question anyway. But
Here's a starter one. I'll be sending another one in the next few seconds. I have to get my flash drive from my desktop, slide it over here to my laptop. But I'm going to send another one. It's standard practice, having converted Fantasy Ground stuff. It's standard practice to include pictures that the author intentionally included in NPC stat blocks, and they just fucking didn't. Incompetent. My focus has not been on the images, so I got a picture I'm pulling up now.
Well, thank you. You just saved me the look for a thumbnail for this episode. At least.
Oh, Andretta is unarmed, isn't she?
She's unarmed in terms of weapons. She has magic.
Oh, okay.
We gotta kill this guy and take his gat.
I have a better thumbnail for you.
All right, cool.
I know one of y'all swiped that fucking knife.
Wasn't me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No.
Damn it, Hazel.
That wasn't me. He's not a thief. He doesn't need it anyways. But he did think it was a bad idea to give it back, so just my 2 cents.
So Mars was just like, no, that's mine. And then Hazel was like, okay.
They don't talk. They're not on good terms.
All right, fine.
There you go. There's a better picture.
Why does it look like they're coming through the Stargate?
Nice.
They are.
Yeah, that
How's my
totally is a
Sumo?
Stargate.
That's cool.
That's all I got for you guys for this week. I
All right.
will see you next week.
Sounds
Good
like
day,
a plan.
friends.
Sounds good.
Yeah, GG everyone. Good night.
GG.
Gee,
Good night. Like at the
Good night.
cheese.
can you imagine if we open this door first? My God.
Yeah. Fucked. That's
Oh,
what
yeah.
we'd be.
Yeah, we would be
Back in the tube.
back in the tube.
Getting ready for sterilization.
No.
Rolling up new characters already.
Good game, everyone. See
GG,
y'all next
everyone.
week.
Yep.